Please welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So lovely. So lovely. So I came across this video on my For You, and I thought to share where ICE actually raided this home, and they decided to do the unthinkable to a 16-year-old. People are not really happy with the way at which these ICE people are going. This incident really happened yesterday, and people are reacting to it. A lot of emotional breakdown because these people are taking it to another level. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of all the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes.
That was an ICE raid that took place in Massachusetts on Thursday. Neighbors were trying to stop these agents from detaining a mother who was with two young children, including a newborn baby. Those screams that you heard in that video are of family members, friends, loved ones watching their lives and their family get ripped apart right in front of them simply because Donald Trump has a vendetta against people who don't look like him or don't speak like him or don't pray like him or don't love like him. And let me just be 100% honest, no BS, because I'm sick of people being nice about this stuff. If you watched that video and you smiled and you laughed and you were happy and you think that this is a good thing, you are a bad person. Your morals are bad, and Donald Trump is a horrible human being for doing this to people. Plain and simple.
I had a raid yesterday in Massachusetts, and let me tell you, this was the fucking worst shit I've ever seen in my entire life. ICE comes to the front door of this Brazilian descent family of Brazilian descent. So they get there, and when they're asked, hey, where's your warrant? They refuse to acknowledge. They're just like, whatever, we need to go in. You know, doing their ICE shit. Apparently, things start getting out of whack because the neighbors come out and they form a ring around the ICE officer so they can't get out. So they're like, hey, let's call the police because we need, you know, there's some peace. There's ICE officers who don't have a warrant. Things are gonna get bad. Oh, they got worse than bad when the police got there. At some point, the girl I showed you guys in the video actually ends up running. They fucking tackled her, and she, like, they put her head to the ground. She's 16, by the way. They grabbed the little girl in the sweater vest. They end up detaining this 16-year-old girl, her mom, another relative, and their newborn baby. And because this girl was holding her newborn baby and was, like, running away from the cops, and I guess she stepped in front of the cop car, they're charging her for child endangerment. What about ICE? They're protecting their names because you guys know how dangerous it would be for these agents if their names got out. But they also still haven't released what charges this family had as to, like, what reasons they needed to be deported.
I just saw that video of that 16-year-old girl calling out for her mama and her face getting smashed into the ground by those ICE agents. It is not okay. That's not okay.
Can somebody please tell me how to help? People are being kidnapped off the street. I'm protesting, I'm writing letters, I'm making phone calls, I'm making content, I'm reposting content. I don't know what else to do to help.
The men. Like, it's all women protecting her right now. And there's some guys bystanding, yelling out, hey, they don't have a warrant. It needs to be us guys standing there so there's a barrier of other men that these cops got to go through to get them. Go get arrested for this. Like, listen, I'm not out there as we speak, so like I got to live this too. But like, we can move the needle if there's a bunch of dudes out there yelling at these cops, hey, you want to do this? This who you are? Be in their face calling them out for it. You really want, you're part of the state instead of part of the people? Is that who you are in your core, brother? If you're in their ear every single time, I know a lot of cops in my life. They don't want to be labeled as that. They don't think they are. But the second you call them out for that, things start to change. You gotta fucking get on the street. You gotta be in there. You gotta protect your neighbors and those around you and your family members.
As a woman, as a mother, And as somebody who lives in Massachusetts and actually went to college in Worcester, after seeing that video of ICE ripping away a mother from her children, one of which looks like an infant, and slamming her teenage daughter on the ground, the sickness I felt has now turned to rage. And I need to know what we're doing, mothers of Massachusetts. What are we doing? Like, where do I gotta be? What do I gotta do? It's fucking Mother's Day weekend. ICE agents are horrible human beings, and they're gonna get theirs. As a woman,
the scrolling experience I just had on my own For You page was surreal. Video after video of people talking about their experiences with ICE. There was one woman who was detained at LAX. She had boarded her plane to Mexico, was going with a group on some vacation to Mexico, and got on the plane, and TSA pulled her off the flight and said that they had to have her do a security screening thing because apparently they missed her the first time. I saw another person whose brother was sent back to Mexico. I saw a video of a baby being ripped out of a woman's arms as ICE grabbed her. And then they took the older daughter and slammed her to the ground. Seriously, it was maybe a dozen videos back to back to back. And I recognize my algorithm is my algorithm, so I would expect to see that over, hair tutorials. But it's everybody. It's people who are white, it's people who are brown, it's people who are black, it's people who are mixed, it's people who are citizens, it's people who are not. What I'm not seeing is that criminals are being taken off the street. I'm not seeing any violent, warranted, wanted people. I'm seeing innocent people. I'm seeing business owners and family members being messed with by our government. And it is so abundantly clear to me that our government, they're the terrorists. They're wreaking havoc on our people. I saw one story about a guy just in tears. He had been here for 20 years, had been married, had kids, worked at a Michelin star restaurant, and was making the choice to walk away from it because the fear of being deported to CCOT was too great. There's confirmation that there will be major ICE raids this coming weekend, Mother's Day weekend, especially in major cities like Chicago, Boston, New York. If you are in a major city and you're not a Caucasian presenting white person, the people that I am seeing who have credentials and are respected for their opinion are saying that you should be carrying ID with you, carrying phone numbers to immigration lawyers with you, to family members, to have backup plans for childcare. I think it's important more than anything to stay grounded. I know that feels challenging, but it's not impossible. There's a difference between fear that's in front of our face, right? Literally you're at the kitchen and you're cooking something on the stove and it explodes. That's in your face, an imminent danger, versus something that you can't see. And our brains don't necessarily know how to separate the two. To stay grounded, you can do simple things like putting your feet on the ground, especially with no shoes, no socks, ideally outside, and just feel that your physical body is connected to the earth, like gravity is connecting you to the earth. And take a breath. You're having this beautiful relationship with trees every breath you take. all of the plants around you are breathing in your carbon dioxide and then spewing out the oxygen that you get to breathe. And that happens no matter what. I find those things helpful anyway. And we need to do more to stop this.
I just saw a video that has made me physically fucking ill. It's in Massachusetts of, I don't know how many ICE agents, the fuck they are. Who the fuck do they think they are? Dragging off a woman who was clinging to her newborn baby. She was screaming. There were at least 40 police officers trying to take in one woman who was screaming. I don't know if it's time for all the women that look like me to start having sleepovers at all of our immigrants' homes, because let them motherfucking come to the fucking door of a white woman. Let them come to our door. Let them come to our door. And since they're not coming to our door, we need to be over at their doors, protecting them. These men, these fucking grown men with a badge, were fucking chasing this woman down, who was screaming because they were taking her away from her baby. Where are the women? Where are all the women? Where is everyone? We have no earth. People were there asking for a warrant. Listen, Boston, Massachusetts. Listen, I don't know how soft we've made our men, but we have made our men way too soft. There were all kinds of men just standing around watching this woman get drug from her home and get drug away from her baby. MAGA, there is no coming back from this. You either fucking say something now and admit the fact that you love Stephen Miller, you are proud of the Klan, you are a proud member of the Proud Boys, which there's nothing proud about those boys, okay? You are either an American or you are a brown shirt. We have brown shirts in the streets of Boston. Think for just 1 minute. If you're a woman that was any part of the Me Too movement, all of those motherfucking officers, I don't know where the video is, but all I saw was a bunch of men standing around. You know who was coming after the police in those videos? The women. The women were asking for where's the warrant. The men were just standing around. I don't know how to say that we've made things way too simple for our men folk, and that the men folk aren't paying attention and taking care of the women folk anymore, but that's what's happening. Women are fighting for other women. We've been asking for men to fight for women for quite some time. And we're getting nowhere with that. And we're seeing it. I have never seen so many men standing around in my entire fucking life. The people that were going apeshit on the police were women. Mothers, I want you to remember when you had a newborn baby in your house. And don't tell me that she came to this country illegally. That is the biggest fucking crock of shit. You don't give a shit about legally or illegally. We see who you elected as president of the United States. Don't fucking tell us anything about legal. This doesn't have any fucking thing to do with legality. This has to do with the fact that you're fucking so doubled down on the lie that they told you. They lied to you and told you that the immigrants were the problem. Every fucking person with a fucking working cerebellum knows that the immigrants are not the problem. It's people like Elon Musk. It's people like the Bezos. I mean, you can't even say these people's the names of the oligarchs or your videos get suppressed. I don't give a fuck anymore. I watched this video of this poor woman, and her scream is never coming out of my brain. I am so sick of this bullshit and pretending like it has something to do with illegal immigration. Fuck that bullshit. 75% of the people that are down in El Salvador don't even have a fucking record. You know who does have a record? Donald fucking Trump. And you know who's in charge of his bullshit? Listen, Law and Order people. He just let $1 billion in restitution to the government and the family off. He just pardoned all of these criminals. Each and every one of their lawyers got $1 million for getting them a pardon. So don't fucking start with me. He's selling citizenship for $5 million for a gold card. So this isn't about fucking illegality. This is about fucking money. And if the dumb ass fucking ignorant knuckle draggers who think immigrants are a problem don't shut the fuck up sooner rather than later, it is time for white women to start camping on the doorsteps of the immigrants. Because let them fucking try that with us. Let them fucking try to come get a woman out of the house. Oh yeah, we will all go to jail for that. We will all go to jail for that. And where are they putting these women and children? Where are they? Because you know what? Trump fucking bailed out on that El Salvador thing like on day 3. Because now the ICC is coming after El Salvador and the United States. Because that fucking asshole Donald Trump made this a wartime situation with the whole Emergency Power Act. So now that motherfucker is on the hook with the ICC. It's an international war crime to take people off of the streets of the United States without a warrant or without a trial and put them in a deportation camp. Any of these camps that they're using, these camps, the word concentration comes from the concentration of too many bodies in one place. It's not that they were all studying, and that's where we got the word concentration. But these little soirees that they're having in these locked buildings, those are considered by everyone else on the planet, including Democrats, to be camps. Just exactly like all the rest of them were. And you know, he's smart enough not to put one of those camps here in the United States. He's putting them in other countries, exactly like what Hitler did. The whole fucking thing is a Stephen Miller wet dream. You know what? I have seen it all now. I've seen it all now. And for these people that are still plugged into Fox News, watching this bullshit, letting their brain be taken over by fucking imbeciles, well, we got nothing for you. Other than that, you will never be forgotten. And I will never forget that woman's cry. Because I had to leave my son in the intensive care for a month after he was born. And the day that I had to leave him in the intensive care after I'd had my baby, I cried for 45 minutes straight all the way home. I don't know, except for the fact that I just collapsed in bed, that I finally stopped crying. Because I had to leave him in the intensive care unit. So I want every one of you mothers to remember what it was like to take your baby home from the hospital and know that you've brought this child into this world and you need to protect this baby. And then I want you to imagine the brown shirts of the SS coming to your house because your skin is a different color than someone else's. And you have to leave your baby behind. Or maybe they're taking the baby and shipping the baby off God knows where. Because we've got our own form of brown people G-side going on right now. We don't know where they are. They're being kidnapped in front of us, and men are standing there watching. And women who have had the experience of bringing home a baby from the hospital are standing there fucking fighting for this woman. Because we've waited for the men to fight for us, and it's not going to happen. It's not happening. I got in so many fights with my ex-husband about the fact that men won't stand up. And it's just bullshit. It's absolute fucking bullshit. Crybabies, girly men. There's a lot more of us than there is the SS. That's all I'm going to say. Use your power. Fuck this bullshit.
What really gets me when I've watched the videos of them detaining her is the fact that the people doing it think they're doing something good and that people agree with what they're doing. Where is the humanity? It just got dark so fucking fast. I mean, I guess the darkness was always underlying, obviously, but you know, then it takes you back to the first 4 years of the administration, and it was dark then, but this is like they are able to actually execute their plans way more swiftly and in a more organized fashion than they could and did in the first 4 years, and that has been very, very apparent and is what makes this whole situation so much scarier. And it's fucking evil. What really gets me when I've watched
this is not, this is not a joke anymore. This is actually a serious case. And this incident happened at the early hours of, yesterday. I think that was Friday. And it happens that this woman with her, innocent baby where she's carrying, and also she has a 16-year-old, and these eyes decided to, I think they hit the baby's or the 16-year-old head on the wall or something, and oh my goodness, in as much as there is actually an FA and FO, but this is just becoming so scary, These guys are really, really extreme. They are taking, matters into their hands. They don't even care of any form of repercussion because they believe that they have someone backing them up. Like, the thing is that you can actually be a citizen and face all of this humiliation. Not quite long, I think it's about a week back, a Hispanic people, I think they're Latino Hispanic people who happens to be US citizens, moved into a new neighborhood, and these ICE people raided their home. Their the father or husband was not at home. These people humiliated them, even at the process of telling them to go outside to stay under the rain. They never give them any privacy to dress up. They humiliated them while they are still undressed. And this woman have to like share her traumatized experience with her daughters. And now this. The issue is that this guy goes as far as doing all of these things without any, warrant. Because, I actually muted the video, and you know how it is here. They don't allow some certain things. But in the said clip where I saw on the social platforms, it was actually said that these guys don't have any form of warrants to arrest them. They bashed into that community. They dragged the daughter. Like, imagine a mother going through this. If you see the way at which the woman was screaming, oh my god, you will know that she is actually a traumatized and a scared mother. She was so scared of losing her own. And the worst part is that these people are coming just for everyone. They are coming for you, even if you're a citizen or not. And it's unfortunate that so many people that is undergoing or experience this whole thing right now probably voted for this present administration. And now look at where their vote has actually kept them. It's so easy to say FA and FO, but in reality, it's really getting scary at this point. Because you might just probably be on your own space, minding your own business, and some people will just raid on you. Some people will just come embarrass you, try to make your life a living, HEL. It's getting scary each and every passing day, and it is so easy to also come on the social platform to cry, oh my god, what do we have to do? What you have to do is in your hands. I think pink-colored people have an upper hand to do something. Look at the April 5th march. Like, what was the outcome of it? If you know that you did something and there is no positive outcome, or maybe the outcome is taking forever to show, maybe do something else. Do something else. And I know that people are reacting right now, especially pink-colored people, because they are now being the one getting affected. Like, even if they're not being affected, like in the personal life, maybe their friends and family are. These people don't really care about anyone but themselves. This is exactly what people that looks like me have been trying to tell you guys for the very long time. Now look at it. You don't even you're not free. There's no freedom of speech. There's no freedom of expression. There's no freedom to go anywhere you want and come back. You are always going to be watching your back. You are always going to be watching and checking if ICE is after you or not, because this has nothing to do with you being a citizen or not. If they can deport a 2-year-old who is a cancer patient, what makes you think that they actually care about anyone? They don't care about anyone, All they care about is themselves. All they care about is some like, oh my goodness. I was not even able to watch the full 2-minute clip, because if you see the way they drag this 16-year-old, this man with full of energy dragging this 16 years, and the thing is that people are just there watching and just screaming, where are the men? Like, why is nobody helping? Like, seriously, lovelies, why is nobody helping? Where are the men who are supposed to be a protector? They're all just there making videos, posting, and nobody's doing nothing about it. You know, if the April 5th peaceful protest is not working, why not maybe do something else? Why not try to make these people understand that you guys are fed up? If you're expecting black people to go out on the streets to do what you're supposed to do, oh, be ready to continue crying and clamoring, because these people are on their own right now. They are protecting their own peace of mind. Because it's not quite long, a pan-colored woman was talking about how she can, easily use the word, the big N, anyhow and anytime she wants. So you wouldn't expect someone or people that looks like me to be on the street for your own case. No, this is your, this is your case. This is your own time to do your thing. Because they have been doing all of these things for you guys for a very long time, but nobody is taking them serious. Nobody is appreciating the effort. So they are protesting, but they are home doing that. Anyway, lovelies, wanna just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please, if you've not subscribed to this channel up to this extent, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button. Leave your thought of what you think and what is happening in your area. Like you need to be very careful wherever you are, because these guys, they are so unpredictable. Leave me your own thoughts, share, subscribe, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one. Leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that. I want to use this medium to thank my newest subscribers, to thank those people that share my videos, to thank everyone who have supported this channel one way or the other, my super chatters that super chat me to take water. Thank you so much for all the love and support, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.